Well, that's a completely rubbish picture. Let's see if we can put some more lights on it. Doesn't improve it much. Right, I think I'm kidding myself if anybody's going to be up at this time. Yeah, let's see if it's working. I can't even spell. See so many dog fur under my keys. I very much doubt anyone's going to be there at 6:19 here. Zed's asleep, people. Yes. Let's see if anyone comes and joins us. Oh, hi. Hi, person. Mad person up at this time of day. What are you up to? Got a question? Hi, Camos. How are you? I'm okay. I thought I'd come and see if anybody wants to chat. You okay, Camos? Camos, are you all right? Camos, do you want me to type? Hang on. Here we go. 6:20 a.m. What time where you are? Stop doing that, Laura. It's really annoying. Felt a bit lonely, Camos. I thought I'd come and see if anybody wanted to have a chat. Oh, I'm waking the dog up now. Don't give me that look. I am going to chat to other people, whether you like it or not, Zedley. All right. Look at her. It's like, what are you doing talking to other people, Mummy? She doesn't like me talking to other people, Camos. She's horrible. Not you. Come up here. Pause up. Come on. You come and join in. Over we are. She goes, Mummy, I was really sleeping. Upset her. Haven't I upset you, haven't I? She goes, yes. She goes, Mummy, you don't let me sleep. What's that? What have you been doing to yourself? No, I want to look. What's that? Okay. Hi, other person. Doing crazy things at 6:30 in the morning. I haven't done one for a couple of days, but they are being viewed. I'm getting some quite good views on replays. But Zed gets upset when I live stream, and then she behaves badly. She's been really good the last couple of days where I haven't done one. Isn't that right? She goes, oh, Mummy, I feel ashamed now. Yes, you should feel ashamed. You hide your head. Nobody wants to see you anyway. Got a little dry nose there. Why you got dry nose? Hey? Why you got dry nose? Little girl. Little girl. Who else has joined us then? Somebody else is here. But come say hi, other person. 12:20 a.m. That's late for you, Camos, isn't it? Yeah, she is too intelligent. She doesn't like sharing me either. Do you? You get jealous, don't you? And then you behave badly. She goes, yes, but Mummy, you're mine. I'm mine. She's mine. I belong to you, do I? She goes, well, yes, Mummy. Mummy belonged to Zedley. I think it's the other way around, Zedley. Honest, I do. Yeah, I do. No. You've had your breakfast, haven't you? Come on, what's the matter with you? She goes, Mummy, I'm tired. What's that? Whisker? Is that Whisker? She goes, yes, leave it alone. Oh, Zeddy. Yes, I do. I watch a lot, actually. I do, yeah. But I'm very selective in who I watch. I've got to think, Larry Crone. I watch. He's an excellent trainer. I've just been watching him. What's his name? I've just been watching him just now, and I've forgotten his name. He's a black belt in karate. I watch quite a few trainers, yeah, but only balanced trainers. I'm not all for this purely positive stuff. I've got to be honest. Are we boring you? Okay, we're boring you. That's a damn shame. Yeah, I mean, I would hate to think that, I'm still, I keep learning, even though I've been doing this for 46 years, and I don't like to be closed-minded, but I don't think the purely positive way of never saying no to your dog works. It doesn't. And I know that from fact. Dogs need to have consequences just like children do, they really do. Do you watch any other dog trainers? You got a big mouth, Zed. The other person left. Psst, off you go then. Don't care. It's nice to talk to you, Camos. Thanks for coming and chatting. I'm going to get hold of this tongue in a minute. I will. I shall pull it. She goes, oh, you wouldn't, Mummy. I would, and you know I would. Funny little sausage. You're a funny little sausage. Aren't you? Aren't you? Hey, little girl. You've got about an hour before you've got to go training, darling. That's it. So make the most of it. There you go. Hello, other person. Someone else is here. Anybody got dog training question or health, welfare, anything? We're here. I'm here with Zed. Zed here, look. Zed's here. Ooh, she just turned into Bunny. She goes, I kill Bunny. She needs to have a little bubble up her head so that she can tell you what she's saying. I feed raw, and I recommend raw for all dogs. Obviously do your research. I mean, this one's on raw and she's got beautiful teeth. Look, there's no tartar, nothing, and no bad dog breath. No bad dog breath. Her breath is nice. We have a place here, not far from me, where they actually make the raw dog food, and it comes like all ground up. A chicken carcass is all ground up, and you start them on that for a couple of weeks, and then you move on to other things. You've got lamb ribs tonight. I mean, she's got a rack of lamb ribs for a dinner tonight, and you've got venison liver, haven't you, for rewards? I mean, when I use rewards with training, it's taken out of her daily food allowance. See, everything that a dog was designed to eat is raw food. They've got very high acid in their stomach. I mean, the reason we put them on chicken to start with is because the bone is hollow, so it allows the dog's pH to get higher so that they can digest heavier stuff. I recommend raw all the time. I mean, obviously, if you start and you've got a small dog, so I would start on a chicken wing. And yes, all right, Zed. And I would smash up the bones inside the chicken wing and then just give it to your dog. I mean, where I go, we weigh our dogs and we work out exactly how much. I mean, Zed has about 450 grams a day, depending on where her weight is. Yes. Depending on where her weight is. You know, if she's losing weight, it goes up to 500. If she's putting weight on, it goes back down again. Depends on how much work she does. She loves her food. She wasn't that into food until I put her on raw. Once I put her on raw, she was like, yes, mummy, I do anything you want, mummy. Really? Are you feeding wet food or are you feeding kibble? Kibble's a curse word in my book. Your little Pomeranian dog that lies there and does nothing. I think you're lucky. I would be quite happy with a dog. Well, I wouldn't really. That lies there and does nothing because I love training. But, I mean, this one can drive you up the wall. Come on, then. Where are you? Oh, she's got a paw stuck in her ear at the moment. She's cleaning her ears. Time to put some coconut oil in those ears. Wet food is better. Much better than kibble anyway. That's you know, I can live with people feeding wet food. It's just that dry kibble has got an overspray on it, and without it, dogs wouldn't eat it at all. It's not good, and there's been an increase in bloat since kibble was introduced. Horrible stuff. When I started with dogs, it didn't even exist. I've never used kibble, never would. We've got 3 people. Hello, people. Feel free to join in. Hi, Suzy. Bless your heart. You all right, Suze? I was a bit lonely, Suzy, so I thought I'd just come on and see how everybody was and if anybody's got any questions about anything dog related and see what happens. She was asleep. She's sulking now. Never bath your dog. It really, not the best of days for Suzy. I feel for you, Suzy. I don't bathe my dogs ever. I'll take them out in the rain. I'll towel them off. That's it. If you bathe your dog too often, you strip out the natural oils in the coat and on their skin, and you can get dry, flaky skin. Brush every day, especially a Pomeranian. Just take them out in the rain. It's a very American thing, this bathing. I mean, I had a fallout on, another channel. I said, I never bathe my dogs. I mean, does she look dirty? Does she smell? No, she doesn't. It's when you start messing with the general oils in the coat of a dog, you start stripping the oils out, and you want to keep the oils in the dog's coat. You really, really do. So just regular grooming. No, he won't. Zed has never, ever had a bath. She does not smell at all. But again, that is raw feeding. Raw feeding gets rid of bad breath. It gives clean teeth, small poos. And, you feed oily fish now and again, and that's really good for their coat. No, it won't get smelly. It's a real myth, this is. It's like all the groomers channels, they're always on about bathing the dog. Why? All it does is it's not. I actually spoke to a qualified groomer, okay? And she said to me, she goes, it's become very popular. Suzy, dinosaur poo. Zed's is tiny like that. That's it. Twice a day like that. That's it. And it's like quite hard. Just pick it up, throw it. But no, camos, he won't get smelly. It's... this groomer was saying to me, before the internet, we didn't have groomers and, mobile groomers and all that. It didn't exist. It just didn't exist. The only dogs that got, bathed were show dogs, before, beauty pageant dog, competitions, as I call them. No, I've never bathed any of my dogs, and they've never smelt. So their natural oils keep their coat clean, plus they lick themselves. So that's all I've got to say on that. That's just my opinion. If you want to bathe your dog, by all means bathe it, but I don't bathe mine ever. I take them for a walk in the rain, get them soaking wet, give them a towel dry, let them dry, groom them out, job done. And Susie, if Jasper's got dinosaur poo, a lovely way of putting that, actually. I love that. Dinosaur poo. I don't know. What are you feeding it then? What are you feeding Jasper, Susie? Dinosaur poo. I've never heard it put like that. I think that's lovely. I really do. She's going back to sleep. She's like too early for me, mummy. She's already done one training session. She's off. Canned and the dreaded kibble. Just feed canned. You can get. I mean, kibble. You see, it expands. That's the problem, and I don't think people. It's like you can get a bit of kibble, tiny bit of kibble like that, right? Susie, do this, yeah. Get a couple of bits of kibble, add a bit of water, leave it overnight, and see what happens. It will be like 5 or 6 times the size. That's why you've got dinosaur poo. Most people feed way too much kibble anyway. So, and the dreaded kibble. Whoa. So there's a really good video on YouTube with Dr. Karen Becker and this guy that got access to a kibble making factory, and he took his dog, and they offered the dog some of the kibble without the palatability overspray on it. The dog wouldn't touch it. So I think that says it all. You know, they were designed to eat raw, really. I mean, Zed can't eat anything free range, and we've come to the conclusion because she's wheat intolerant and she's intolerant to a lot of grain and rice. So, you know, there's none of that. I mean, she has veggies and fruit all blended up, and she gets like a forkful of that in each meal. Plus, she has a mixed herb which has seaweed in it, kelp seaweed, and what else does it have in it? I'd have to go and get it, but it's got like loads of things in it, and it's just for digestion. But the kelp seaweed's important. It's important. So, Susie, why are you having a bad day? It's just us here. Camos, Susie, and Laura, minus Zed, because she's asleep. She's gone back to sleep. She's like, well, I'm not joining in. She's been good the last couple of days. Mind you, I'm not sure what bit of the venison I've got, because it's like I put my hand in, you know, I've chopped it all up, put my hand in the bag, and I'm just covered in blood. I think it must be the liver. I think she's having venison liver for treats at the moment, which explains why she'll do anything for it. I mean, it's not treats, it's part of her food, but well, that's a bit of a confusing one, Camos, because I had a channel before and they're kind of carrying that over. But I mean, since I've reopened this channel 7-8 months ago, it's about 55, but it technically says 400 and something. Oh, Susie. I had a day like that yesterday when I found out D-Day is 3 weeks away. Seriously. No, I mean, what I've done, Camos, is, you know, I don't like the thumbs up, thumbs down bit, so I've hidden that. I haven't meant to hide my subscribers at all. But I'm confused with the subscribers, as I say, because I had a channel before, and then because Zed was so difficult as a puppy, I took a year out, and a couple of people on here really upset me. It wasn't to do with dog training, actually. I did something else because I was lonely and my dogs were dying around me, and you know, then I got Zed as a puppy, and she was so difficult that I just thought, right, I'm going to have to stop making videos and put all my time into Zed, which is what I did. And now that she's settled down a bit, I mean, she's 2 now, you know, and I've been back on here, I think 8 months. Since I've been back on here, my subscribers seem to be going up and down. I think I'm getting more dog people, and the people from like the beauty community are dropping away, which is fine because they're not. They can be a bit funny. That's all I'm going to say. And I've got better things to do in my day than sit around trying to make myself look pretty, which at my age is just not going to happen. Is it Suzy? No platitudes, please. And it's very deliberate. I make myself as unattractive as possible, then people leave me alone. I don't want to be abused anymore. I'll try and work it out so that it shows the subscribers. You see, the thing is, right, camos, yeah, it's nice to see you talking. Susie's a good friend of mine. I love Suzy. She's lovely, camos. You'd be nice to her, else I'll have to come and beat you up. Or set Zed on you or something. Your life is short. Life is short for a dog. Thank you, camos. I try. I just get a little bit disheartened sometimes, and I don't understand why my channel's not doing better. And oh, Suzy, you're really down today, aren't you, darling? Suzy, we love you here. Poor Suzy. I'm always at the end of an email, Suzy, and I'll listen forever. You know that. If you need to write me an email and have a good groan, you do that, girl, okay? Yes. I try to help if I can. Yeah. What I don't like about some dog trainers on here is they do... Oh, love you, Suzy. Is they do the before and after and they don't show the process. Some of my videos are not perfect and I don't want them to be. I want them to show a dog that is learning. Zed is still learning. And I think when you've got very heavily edited videos that show perfect dogs, it gives the wrong impression to the public that if you get that breed of dog, it's going to be perfectly behaved. And then they get the puppy, it grows up a little bit and it's not perfectly behaved. And they're like, well, why isn't it like so-and-so's dog? These people put a lot of time into their dogs, but I do think they heavily edit their videos, which is why I won't edit anything. If she screws up, she screws up. I'll leave it in. I think that's just a more honest approach to dog training, really. Yeah, another year she'll be a brilliant dog, but she's been slow to mature, as I've said. It's nice, camos, that you support me. I need a little bit of encouragement sometimes, because sometimes I think I just give up. That's right, Suzy. They do. They have camera people. I don't even have a smartphone. I mean, my only videos, my HD videos, are the live streams, and that's just frustrating. But that's right. So they have production teams, and it's just me and Zed. I do the best I can, and that has to do. I've had someone talking to me saying that I need to do like, the title of the video. I should use more clickbait. But that's just not who I am. I'm a really honest person, and I'm not going to say in a title to draw subscribers something that isn't true, because I'm a great believer in truth and honesty, and I don't think clickbait is for me. Even if it, I mean, one good viral video and it would take off, but what, I thought Zed going up the tree would do well, but I only got 101 views. So, but the thing is, if people don't share stuff, I'm not going to get anywhere, am I? And I don't understand that either. But look, bottom line is I don't understand people. I understand dogs. I just don't understand people. Wow, Camash, you're only 21. You got your own business. Well done. That's so impressive. What do you do, Camos, for your business? That's really impressive at 21. I was a mess at 21. And that's another thing. I don't know what it's like, because Zed does everything, as you know. I'm not sure what people want to see. Do they want to see just basic obedience? Do they want to see agility? Or do they just want to see her mucking about in the garden? Because it seems to me that a lot of videos are just dogs being dogs and not doing very much. And, you know, I mean, there's one channel I'm thinking of that has really blown up, and I'm still scratching my head as to why, because the dogs aren't trained. That's for sure. So, Camos, what do you do for business? I've got a Patreon account, Camos. It's not doing very well. It's not doing well. But, you know, I think a lot of the people that are supporting me there, I mean, I've got 6 patrons, and, you know, I appreciate it very, very much. But, you know, I have to, because of my health, watch my workload, and every bit of energy I've got goes into training Zed. And, you know, I got to do a separate video to put on Patreon so that it's not a duplicate of what's on YouTube, because they're paying to see it. You know, I'm quite happy to do requests there, but, you know, it's no, you know, nobody goes and watches it. So I'm kind of like, why bother? You know, it's a lot of work, to be honest, to try and get a channel off the ground. And YouTube, you know, even if I could monetize, they take 55% of anything you earn. It might work, Camos. I mean, you know, I mean, I've got 6 patrons and not going to get my rent paid with that. That's for sure. I'll be joining the homeless and buying a tent and going and living in the woods somewhere. It's not illegal to be homeless here. It's just where you stick your tent. I don't want that for Zed, though. We'll see what happens. You know, and now they're changing tax rules over here as well. Well, I got a letter yesterday. I don't know what I've done with it. I probably threw it somewhere in disgust. No, me. That, you know, anybody of working age, even if you're on state benefits, are now going to have to start paying council tax, as it's called here. You know, I mean, people are on their bread line and then they want to start taking more off them. I don't understand. Government's gone nuts over here. It might work, Camos. I mean, I need to put a bit more effort in, but, you know, because Zed's service and medical assistance work training is so important, you know, the good hours that I have in a day, I have to give to her. And, you know, her training is more important than making videos. So I have to decide, you know, would anybody like to see this and video it or not? And, you know, it's like, I think, you know, her doing the laundry is interesting. And when I taught her, you know, over 3 videos to do scent work, I thought people, you know, because that was real step by step how to teach your dog to do something, didn't work. And I'm like, don't people want to learn how to train their dogs? I just don't get it. I don't understand. Pastry, eh? I like pastries. I like cake. Why do you find it uncomfortable running a small shop, Camos? At least, look, you're your own boss, and I think that's really good. And you're earning your own money, and I think that's amazing, especially at that age. It's really impressive. Well done. Don't you think so, Susie? It's impressive at 21 to be running your own business. I'm impressed. Takes a lot to impress me, just everybody, so you know. But it's really good. Yes, incredible, Susie. I know what a mess I was at 21. Running a business I wouldn't have been capable of. So you see, Camos, we're all impressed here, and you're doing absolutely amazing. You really are. Do you find, Camos, do you find dealing with the public easy? Because I don't. That's where I fall down. I can't handle people. I think it's amazing. I really do. Susie, how's Jasper? Is he all right with his dinosaur poo? Never heard that. Susie, do you think Jasper might be a bit overweight? Do you think you're feeding him a bit too much, maybe? You've got dinosaur poo, I should imagine so. Yeah, highly edited videos, and that's what I'm desperately trying to stay away from. I want to show the good, the bad, and you know, where she messes up. If I edited my videos, Zed would look like the perfect dog. She is not, and no dog is, okay? I don't care what anybody says. There is no such thing as a perfect dog. They mess up. That's why you don't get the same dog winning Crufts every year in obedience, or any show every year in obedience, because they have off days. But I think people want really, you know, I agree, certainly that's what they want, but I don't think that's reality. You know, what I want to put across here is realistic dog training. You know, I mean, I've done this for 46 years. Zed's a very clever dog, but she's also a very independent dog and a very stubborn dog, and she can be very difficult. I mean, not so much now. There she is in her chair. Look, her chair. I have to hoover that every day. Well, Susie, you've got to learn to resist those eyes. If I gave in to Zed, she'd be a right little porker. She wouldn't be able to climb a tree. According to Zed, I starve her. She has 2 good meals a day. Plus she has, you know, I mean, what's she on? I take about 60 to 70 grams of her food away to use for training. I don't actually use treats. I just take a bit of her food away. Oh, Susie, come on. Jasper's a big dog, though. So are Malinois. And, like, you should be able to see that, well, not totally see their ribs, but feel their ribs. And in some of the working Mallies, some of the Malinois, you can actually see their ribs and their muscles. And I love that. You know, I think a good lean dog, it's like working sheepdog will be a lot leaner than a collie that, you know, I mean, she sometimes does agility twice a day. I mean, she does some agility practice down on the field because they've got some static fences. They're actual metal. So if she hits one, she's going to hurt herself. She doesn't know. But it's not really to do with size, Susie. You know, it's like, you know, if you run your hand along their sides, you should be able to easily feel their ribs, and you should be able to put your hand sort of around their waist, no matter the size of the dog. I've had German Shepherds and I've still felt their ribs. So we all love to make excuses for our doggies, don't we? She put on a little bit of weight, and that's why I cut her food. I thought, no, you know, I run my hand along her side, and I thought, hold on, there's a little bit of something there, and I got hold of it, and she had a little bit of fat. I said, that's going. Oh, Susie, you don't need to make excuses for you. You love your dog and you get a lot of comfort. But look at it this way. Every bit of extra weight that you have on Jasper is putting weight on his joints. And as he ages, it's going to hurt him. You know, we have to look after our dogs. Do I like to travel? Not really. I have been to, let me think about this, France, Switzerland, Germany, and Belgium when I was like 20. Because I've had dogs since then, I haven't been away because I won't kennel my dogs. You know, and there's only me camos, you know, and as a woman, I'd be very vulnerable traveling. I'd like to, you know, if I could drive, I would just get Zed and put her in a camper van and just leave and stay on the road forever. But I can't drive. So that's the end of that dream. I liked Switzerland, really clean country, but very expensive. I mean, it's expensive to live here now. Oh, Susie, don't feel like you've got to make excuses for yourself. You know, look, I don't dictate to anybody. I can advise, but I don't dictate. Yeah, people are going to do what they want to do anyway. So I'm not going to sit here and say, do this, do that, do the other. You know, there's too many dog trainers on there, you know, that are like that. I could think of loads. And I don't think it helps people to tell them what to do. You know, I can tell you what I do and what I think's good. And, you know, you've got to make your own decisions, haven't you? That's the way I see it. Has anybody, you know, Susie or Camos, have either of you travelled a lot? Okay, Susie. All right. Night, night, Susie. You sleep well, my love, if you can. Yes, Camos. I agreed. I agree with that. Nice isolated island. No people to hassle me or give me stick. I'd be happy with that. So, Camos, if you ever find an island, you can have one side and you can invite me over to live on the other side. Dreams. Yeah, poor Susie. She's not having a good time at the moment. She's a lovely lady, Camos. She emails me. We email back and forth, and she's a lovely, lovely lady. Camos, if you feel you need to go as well, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll have to go soon anyway. I'm surprised anybody came to chat to me. Look at her over there. She doesn't even know what a hard life is, does she? Look at that. The look. The look. So what time do you start work, Camos, in your pastry shop? That's making me feel slightly hungry, pastry. And dribble. Do you make your own pastries, Camo? Sure, I'm not saying that. Camos. I don't know. It's just you and me, Camos. So how did you get into running a pastry shop? Do you make your No, never been to Thailand. Gosh. I haven't been, you know, in the UK I haven't travelled very much either. Have you been to Thailand, Camos? It's definitely not a time to live stream. Everybody's absolutely clearly asleep. It's really kind of you to come and join me, Camos. About a year. Is it because you're in Colombia, aren't you? If I remember rightly. That's a long way away. I have a passport. It's going to expire in 2 years, though. I look a lot younger in it because it's 8 years old now. Back when I was 44. Don't like this getting old thing. 21. Wow. You're doing really, really well at that age to have your own business. You keep going. You're doing well. Before you know it, you'll have 2 shops, then 3, and you'll be telling people what to do. That'd be good. Good. I'm impressed. The youth over here have got very lazy. They don't, you know, that. I mean, you know, we had the influx of other people. Core construction work is hard graft. That's hard work. I hope it really works for you, Camos. I really do. I mean, obviously, if I wasn't, my health wasn't bad, I'd have a dog trading company, and I'd be making, making lots of money. But I can't because of my health. I can have days where I'm really, really ill, and I can't do anything, and I've got Zed looking after me, and you can't be cancelling people and doing things like that. So I just can't. So I thought I'd share it all on YouTube, and it's just not working. It's just not working. I just don't understand why. I agree with you, though, what you say about people wanting almost like professional videos like you see on the television. That's what they want. Well, I don't even have a smartphone, let alone a camera. And I mean, it's neither good nor bad. Yeah. I mean, my first goal on Patreon is to get an HD camera so that I can take it out with me and show you what Zed does when she's out, training. I don't know. It's difficult. Everything on YouTube is difficult. It used to be so much easier, and it's not now. Hello, second person. Speak out. Any dog training questions or help required, please ask away, or just come say hi and join in the chat. So, Zed's over there asleep. No, she's staring at me with disapproval, as usual. She's always disapproving of me. I think she's embarrassed by me. I am hard on myself, Camo's. Very, very observant. Very observant. I am. I always feel as though I'm failing everybody, and I need to give more, but I can only give what I can give, and the live streams seem to be getting a lot of views after they, because I leave them up unless I've said something really horrible about someone, and then I'll delete it. But I am hard on myself. You are absolutely right, Camos. I'm very hard on myself, and I shouldn't be. So the content's good. It's I'm just using my webcam on my video on my computer, and it's just not very good quality, though. I mean, this will be HD, and yet what I do with my webcam is not. So I don't understand that. It's the same webcam. Dustbin men are coming. I can hear them. Notice the non-barking dog. She doesn't bark at anything. Do you? Don't you think you should bark and let Mummy know? I've got the only person I know that's got a dog that doesn't bark at the door. She doesn't. Someone knocks on the door, she doesn't even bark. She's like, oh, Mummy, you take care of it. So who else has joined us? Are you going to come and talk to us? I got your thumbs up. You're going to talk to us. I'm very easygoing, so there's nothing to be afraid of, or worried about, or anxious about, or anything else. Ooh, Camos. One thing my life isn't is peaceful. No. It's hard, especially where I live. I had someone dealing drugs outside my house the other day. I was not happy. So I went out there and I wrote down their registration number. I got threatened. So I said, just a minute, I'll go and get my dog, because she is, protection and bite work trained. They went away. But I don't want to live in this environment, It's horrible. Still, that's life. No good moaning. You're a good man, Camos. Good man. Said she's just turned 2, but she might as well be 1, really. She's taking a... Morning, Stuart. Caught me bang at it, didn't you, darling? It's my friend Stuart Camos. Stuart Camos has got his own business and he's 21 years old. And that's pretty impressive, I think. Pretty impressive. Look at Zed Stew. She's copping a strop again. Zeddy's stroppy dog. Stroppy dog. Stuart's a good friend of mine. Stuart knows Zed very well, don't you, Stuart? She's a very immature little girl, and she was a horrible puppy, wasn't she? Yes. She's horrible. She bit you as well, didn't she? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are a man. I said you are. You're doing really, really. No, when he said ladies, he meant me and Zed. Camos, me and Zed. That's what he meant. We know you're a man. We know you're a man. He was saying good morning to me and Zed. Because Stuart's like Zed's dad. Sort of, in a weird way. She's got Uncle Scar, which is his dog. And she's very fond of Stuart. We go walking in the morning together, Camos. You're always ready to be homeless. Glad somebody is. Great. I don't know. There's no one on here. I suppose I ought to wrap this up, okay, because I've got to get ready to go out because I think we're going early this morning. So I shall love you and leave you, and I'll talk to you soon, Camos, okay? And Stuart, I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, people, I'm going to say goodbye-bye. Thank you, Camos, for coming and chatting. I really appreciate it. And I will chat to you soon. Okay? Lots of love. Bye.